So this is the official OMG sign that was in the dugout after home runs. Want to put it in your hands?
I'd love to.
So you know this is legit. It has the famous message you saw from JMac Customs on the back. It is right there. The handles that were added because it was breaking. This is the one that JMac brought to Pittsburgh, I believe.
That was the rush delivery.
He drove over and handed this to the guy. So, John, hold your OMG sign. Do your favorite
David Peterson.
The David Peterson. All right, I'm going to
They have Sevy's complete game.
I'm going to do my favorite. Pick me up, pick me up, pick me up.
Oh, Lindor. That was in Miami.
Do your favorite. Do you have a favorite?
I don't think I have a favorite. I just think the overall concept
Do the Jeff.
of team camaraderie.
Do the Jeff, the happy Jeff. Hey guys, thanks for meeting us at the Apple. I'm Vito Calisi, that's Jonathan Barron, and today we're at the Mets team store, a little different change of scenery, not at the Mets Studios. Today we are here with Ryan Cacchioli, who, you're a big part of this team store, right?
So my name is Ryan Cacchioli. I am the manager of consumer products, and I oversee the Authentics program as well as the archives and museum.
Now, what's like a big part of your day-to-day? Can you tell us, like, you get here at whatever time you do? We know before 10:30 a.m., those are the rules. What is it like from you get here till the end of the day?
So 2 parts of my job, game days and non-game days.
Yeah.
So game days, we're here as early as 10 a.m. and we're here until midnight on some nights.
And you were telling me before a big part of your job is the authentication process, right?
Correct.
How does that even work?
So the Amazin Memorabilia Program is the official source for autographed and game-used memorabilia from the New York Mets. So what we do is we work with MLB to collect every item that you see used on the field. So that's jerseys, baseballs, bases, lineup cards, basically anything you see used on the field, we have the opportunity to collect and then go to sale with it.
So I've seen, when you watch the Met games, there are a couple guys on, I think, both sides of the field in black polos, and they are the authenticators, and they are sitting there literally taking items from the game off the field. I'm talking foul balls, bats, batting gloves, like you name it. These guys are getting their hands on it. And then they're doing what to them? What's the process from their hands to the store to the consumer?
Yeah, so every single MLB game, there's 2 MLB authenticators at every single game. They sit on the edge of the dugout, just like you said, and what they are doing is guaranteeing the authenticity of every single item. So when Kodai Senga throws a pitch, it's in the dirt, and the ball is no longer able to be used, they throw it off to the side, and then the authenticator puts the hologram sticker right on the item.
And that hologram sticker, by the way, so like right here, we have a baseball, and that sticker right there has a QR code.
Correct.
If you scan that QR code, what's popping up on your phone?
So it brings up all the information and details within that baseball.
That's amazing.
Yeah, what that is it's called a tamper-proof hologram. So if you were to try to remove that hologram, it would get destroyed and then void any information that's on there. So when you look up that baseball, it'll tell you how many pitches it was used for, who it was thrown by, and who it was thrown to, and then the outcome of that play.
That's so cool.
Now, how many balls do you go through a game?
So I don't know the exact MLB number.
Do you know an average?
I don't, but I will say we collect anywhere from 40 to 50 baseballs every single game.
Okay.
Now, we have a few baseballs here. Why don't you start showing us stuff that you have here? Like, what would you say is your favorite thing you've brought out for us today? Because there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so one of the main things about the Amazin Memorabilia Program is that you can take home a piece of the game with you. So every fan, when they come to a game here at Citi Field, they have the opportunity to get a base and or baseball from the game they're attending. So you could be sitting in the outfield, see somebody, Starling Marte get a base hit, and you could then come to our store and own that baseball.
So how do you go about doing that, though? Like, let's say I am in the stands. Let's say it's my daughter or son's or friend's first game, and I want to commemorate that first game in a very special way, and their favorite player picks up a hit. How do I go about getting that piece of memorabilia, and then how long does it take to get from the field to my hands?
Yeah, so we collect anywhere from, like I said, 30, 40 baseballs a game, but we make a select number available at our store. So fans come to the store prior to first pitch and say, hey, if Starling Marte gets a base hit, we're going to want to purchase that baseball.
Oh, so you can work in contingencies. Like, if this happens, I got dibs on that thing.
Absolutely. We do take requests before items are used in the game.
Wow.
And then depending on if and when we collect them and if they're made available, then we can go to sale with them.
I'm going to start playing with stuff.
Let's do it.
All right.
That bat's broken. Be careful.
I see a Francisco Alvarez game-used bat right here. And my favorite thing, I've bought a game-used bat in the past, and my favorite thing about it is, and then you know what, Ryan, why don't you show this? Hunter, could you zoom in? I love that you can see the imprint from the Rawlings ball on the bat. So, like, what we're talking about right now here is this Rawlings logo right here. is hitting the bat so hard that it literally leaves an imprint of the ink on the bat. I mean, that is, I think, the coolest thing about game-used bats.
Yeah, so this bat is actually a game-used Francisco Alvarez bat from the postseason this year. So this was used during the postseason, and again, fans have the ability to then contact us and purchase this.
And I'm holding a helmet right here. You can see it's from the postseason. It's got the Strauss. Got a little pine tar on there. My thumb just got sticky, so we know that that's real. And that is a Francisco Lindor postseason helmet.
Yes, so this is Francisco Lindor's postseason game-use helmet worn during home games and road games because they wear the same blue helmet.
Right.
So he's a switch hitter, so he has two side helmets.
Yeah,
so this is
flaps.
one of the two that he wore during the postseason.
That is when he's hitting left-handed.
Correct.
Makes sense.
Now, I also see we got a Francisco Lindor jersey right here.
Yes.
And it's got some dirt on it, right?
Yeah. So again, a neat part of the game-used aspect here is that, you know, you're buying something that's straight off the field that was worn by your favorite Mets player. I mean, this jersey doesn't get washed after he takes it off. He takes it off. The authenticators are there to witness it happening. They authenticate it, and then we're good to go to sell.
Now, is this from? Do you remember what this is from?
I don't know specifically, but it's from this season, the new black jersey that was worn and featured on field.
And right here, we've got, so Vito and I, we're big David Wright guys. And we've got two David Wright pictures here.
Yeah.
And they are both significant.
Yes.
The one that you just put down, that is the first ever Citi Field World Series home run by a New York Met.
There
And the
you
one
go.
behind it is the first ever Mets home run at Citi Field.
Do you know the first home run at Citi Field that wasn't a Met?
Are you talking about the St. John's game? Or are you
I
talking
am.
about, was it Joe Panic?
I don't know. I was hoping you were going to give me that answer.
I know St. John's played Georgetown here, and I know Joe Panic, former Met, former Blue
Is
Jay.
this the second in a row, or is this? We just talked about the St. John's game on the podcast, and we talked about Joe Panic. Is this the second episode in a row where the St. John's game came up? That's crazy.
I don't know, but I do know that Jody Garrett hit the first ever home run here at Citi Field.
There you
Fifth
go.
pitch in
I know
Citi
you have
Field
a lot of Mets
history.
history in that brain, so I was trying to find something.
Mike Pelfrey, starting pitcher that game. But those are really cool. Those are really cool pictures, and obviously the captain putting his mark on them with the signature forever. That's also special. Now, what you're about to show, this is really neat as well. A lineup card, and that looks like pretty obvious from what NLCS game is that?
Yeah, so this is the dugout lineup card from Game 2 of the NLCS this postseason.
Wow. And what's my favorite part about that, I mean, this was a Mets victory, first of all. This was the Mark Vientos Grand Slam game, but at the bottom, the manager actually signs the lineup card. He puts his stamp of approval. These are the 9 guys I'm going with, and right there at the bottom is Carlos Mendoza's signature.
It's
So
like a
that's
2 for
awesome.
1 because you get the lineup card and you get a Carlos Mendoza autograph.
It's perfect.
I would say that's a good deal.
It's perfect.
And our lineup cards also from any regular season game, are they available as a memento if, you say, like I said before, a first game or a very special game that you attend?
Yeah, so we collect the bullpen and dugout lineup card
Wow.
from every single home game.
That's awesome.
And road games as well. And then again, people have the opportunity to purchase them. You know, some people want the lineup card from their wedding anniversary or their first game with their kid.
You're being
Yeah.
bashful. Didn't you get one? Just say it.
I did.
What was it from? It was a big
from?
game.
Daughter's first game.
There you go. I think I
Daughter's first
gifted that
game.
to you, didn't I?
You did.
That's a reason. That's a thing to bring up. You brought
Yeah.
your daughter to her first game and you got a lineup card. That's look. Obviously, you can get the free certificate here.
Exactly.
I'm not hating on that. When I have a kid one day, I'm definitely going to get that. But you know what? I'm going to double down and I'm also going to go to the memorabilia store and I'm going to spend the big bucks.
July
There you go.
28th, 2024.
Yeah, that was your daughter's first game.
It was against
I
the
remember
Braves.
seeing her.
She's gotten a lot bigger now. Trust me.
She had a good day.
You know, I actually have to go shopping for her. We're gonna take a twirl around the store in a little bit, but
Why don't you buy her some of this stuff? How about that? Well, you know what? I think I see my favorite piece here of that. I'm just looking.
is it home plate?
No, it is the Shea Stadium seat back.
Okay, that's a good one too.
And
Upper deck.
Jess is here helping us. Jess is going to hand this Ryan. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Jess.
Who's yours?
Now, when Shea Stadium closed, one of the biggest regrets I've had, and I still to this day, was not getting one of the full seats that people have or that they can sit in their home. But this is cool because like you live in New York City. I don't know where you're going to put that seat. You can actually like put this up in your apartment.
Yeah. No, this is pretty cool. So this is a official authenticated seat back from Shea Stadium. We sell these in our store, very popular. We also have the green one available.
That's awesome. The green, of course, the mezzanine.
Yeah.
Now, an item like this, I mean, each year that goes by, we get further and further away from Shea Stadium, which closed in 2008. And had so many memories. How many of these are available? Because I feel like it's probably a dwindling number at this point.
So we have definitely a very limited amount. We probably have somewhere in the range of like 75 to 100 left in our entire inventory.
Man,
And
I might need to hit you up about that.
If you're a Jose Reyes fan, number 7 for Jose.
Yep,
And
Travis d'Arnaud wore 7.
What's cool about this too is that this is something that you can buy and then you can get it signed on, you could bring this to card shows.
One of
bring
the
this to
more
trade
popular
shows.
items to get signed.
So we used to do a couple years ago. We had a little mini series called Ultimate Collections where we featured some great Mets fans and their incredible collections.
Yeah.
And there was one fan who had a panel of a Shea Stadium wall that he would bring with him to shows, and he had like 200 autographs on that. So you can get really creative with a lot of these different items. And
I mean, the base and the home plate, those are 2 things that you can get signed. Jess, you're back to work.
Bring that
Come
home
on.
plate over
Hand
here.
us that home plate.
So many
It's a little heavy.
many
Watch
people
out.
don't realize the girth that
heavy.
home plate has.
Jess
I mean,
is
that
struggling.
thing
You're
is.
going to have to take this one.
That is not, when you see home plate, it's just a little white film that lies there in the dirt. But Vito, I think you got to turn that sideways and show the depth of home plate. Who knew?
So this is actually the home plate that was used during the entire 2024 postseason here at Citi Field.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Francisco Lindor hits the grand slam. He stepped right there.
Hey, you're getting valuable dirt off of this.
I guess the umpires didn't clean it well enough.
No. It needs
No
to
offense
show
to the umpires.
It needs to show the use. That's
sick.
the whole. Yeah.
This is one of the heaviest things I've ever held. This is crazy.
There's probably some dirt in there if you want to keep
So
it.
what's the process like? How do we get from this being installed into the ground to being used during games to then being unearthed and eventually winding up in the Mets Amazin Memorabilia team store?
Yeah. So I have to shout out our grounds crew, Bill Deacon, all his guys.
Oh,
Shout
Canada.
out Bill. They do a great job. We communicate with them before every single game about what items we're looking to take off the field, like bases, for instance. They're changed out every 3 innings.
I was going to ask you that.
Right. The bases are changed out every 3 innings. Doesn't mean that we're selling every single base that's used, but upon request, we pull bases and then sell them to the customers. But no, in relation to grounds crew, I mean, Bill and his team keep the field pristine condition.
Yep.
And they pull home plates. We probably collect 2 or 3 every single season. I mean, they're not easy to take out of the ground, and the precision that they have to do to put it back in is very difficult. So it's only like 2 to 3 a year.
How many home plates are used over the course of a regular season? Do you know that one?
Really, only like 2 to 3.
Okay.
Again, if major milestones were to happen, records being broken,
Right,
we
yeah.
would experiment taking one out. But it's a very extensive process.
No, I think I see another popular item. Something that everybody, when City Connect debuted, everybody loved the jerseys, obviously. But I think one of the most popular things was the helmet. We had one in our studio for a while.
Shout out Zach Short.
Zach Short, we had his helmet. We were forced to give it back because we were holding on to it for too long. We were hoping people forgot.
How'd you get your hand on that?
We'll
We'll tell you after the cameras are off.
You can go to the memorabilia store right here at Citi Field, and you can get yourself that City Connect helmet.
Who'd that belong to?
This is Brandon Nimmo's
That's a good one.
game used City Connect helmet.
So you might have the bobblehead, the Brandon Nimmo City Connect bobblehead, a great addition to the collection there.
Absolutely.
It's got the. I love that they have the hat cap on there.
The Barney purple.
And what's different with the City Connect helmet, if you see here, it comes off of the helmet. It's almost like a 3D effect as opposed to the other helmets, which is just a plain sticker.
I heard Kevin Kierst telling somebody else this year about how he used 3 different coats of paint.
Right.
Three
And there's a little
different
green in there.
shades,
There's
yeah.
a little green in there.
He used 3 different shades of paint, one of them being green, to get this specific shade of black.
It's a shine. It's not a black. It's a shiny gray.
Yeah. Almost
Whatever.
like a matte. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
it's
the
amazing,
matte.
regardless.
I want more matte helmets. I like matte a lot.
Yeah.
Well, this is the Mata podcast.
True. This
There we
is
go.
Mata.
Well
Yep.
done. Well done. What else do we got over here, Vito? You want to
Well,
take a look at?
Before we started, you were telling me about these PSA cards.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us about some of the ones you have? I know, John, you were eyeing one before, right?
I was. Did somebody just hit the deck?
It was my phone.
Okay. Yeah, it was this one. This Ronnie Mauricio card, which Hunter will zoom in nice and tight. And for all of those who remember, Ronnie Mauricio made his Major League debut on September 1st, 2023 against the Seattle Mariners, a game seen on Apple TV. And his first Major League hit was a rocket off the bat, 117.3 miles an hour, over the head of Teoscar Hernandez, a double. And if you look, you got a piece of the base. I think it's from second base where he wound up. And it has a little note here. The hardest first career hit in the StatCast era, which goes back to 2015. So a really, really cool piece of memorabilia. Ronnie Rockets, as they call him. You can own a piece of Ronnie Rockets history with his first career hit. This is awesome.
Yeah. So we have a very big relationship with Topps. I mean, you guys are probably familiar with trading cards and how, the market just boomed over the last couple of years.
Yep.
So what we do is we partner with Topps to create custom relic cards specifically for Amazin Memorabilia. So what we do is we take some of the jerseys we collect, send them to Topps, they cut them up, and then they put them in exclusive cards just for us. So right here is a Francisco Lindor game-used jersey relic card, only available at Amazin Memorabilia, and we partner with Topps for this.
Why are there cufflinks here?
So the cufflinks, a good gifting idea for the holidays, I will say. These are game-used baseballs that were cut up, put into cufflinks.
Oh, wow.
And you can wear them. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a million things you can do with
Kidcaster says he has a pair.
Perfect. We also have ones with, Shea Stadium seats, Ebbets Field seats, a little bit of everything.
So you can literally wear Mets history to a wedding, a bar mitzvah,
Absolutely.
whatever it might be.
Yeah.
You can have that wedding or bar mitzvah right here at Citi Field, by the way.
Yes, you can.
Wow.
That's cool. I like the ring box too. Imagine there was like an engagement ring in there. Imagine getting on that one knee, and then she sees game used MLB authenticated, and then you bring it up like that, and you're like, "Bam, will you marry me?"
You get a big no.
No, unless you're big Mets fans, and then you get a big yes. Some people are into it. Some people propose at games. You know that. You direct games. You've done one or two, haven't you?
I do know that. What, a proposal?
Yeah.
I've been on the. I've seen them happen. But that doesn't mean I think it's a good. What do you think, Ryan? Are you pro or con? Game proposal.
I would never do it at a game.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it shouldn't be done.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't look. It's to each his own, right? It's if you want to do it. If you see somebody propose to
It's
somebody
just a
else,
risk.
and they
Yeah.
it's no, it's not a risk.
Oh, it's a risk.
If it better not be a risk. You better be doing it to somebody who you know for a fact wants that. It can't even be 85-15. You have to be 100% sure that this person wants to be proposed to at a game. I saw a guy at a Phillies game. Propose to his now, I think, hopefully wife. He did it wearing shorts, a Phillies shirt, and sunglasses on the back of his head.
They probably got a water ice after up in that John.
There was Wawa hoagies as a late night snack.
Let's not slander Wawa, please.
All right, no, I like Wawa. You know that. We went there after games. All right, now what else do we have here? Wait, what is the Mendoza plate?
Yeah. So this is a locker nameplate from Carlos Mendoza.
Sick.
So in the clubhouse, every single player has their own locker, and at the top there's a locker nameplate on top of each one, and we collect them, authenticate them, and then go to sale. So Mendoza,
right there, the sticker.
Manager of the Year finalist, very nice piece.
If your
cool.
last name is Mendoza, this is a sick gift
And it's
too.
awesome, especially like you just mentioned, Ryan, him being a Manager of the Year finalist in his first year. And it's really got the Guardian marking on there. Guardian, a great partner of the New York Mets. So that is a very, very unique. There are so many incredible and really small detail pieces that you wouldn't think of, but these things exist, and they're part of the everyday happenings here at Citi Field on a game day.
All right, now let's talk stocking stuffers because the holidays are coming up, right?
Is that some pink Himalayan salt right there you got?
So we got some stocking stuffers. You want to get something for the Mets fan you love in your life? You want to put something in the stocking? This is perfect. You get some game-used dirt, and you can get specific game. This is opening day dirt. This isn't like June 14th dirt.
June 14th is a big date.
Yeah.
Rangers won the cup that day. Let's not be smirched June 14th.
I'm just saying, it's not. It's not fine. It's not July 16th dirt. That is opening day dirt.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what happened on July 16th.
I'm surprised. This guy has 365 days of facts.
July 16th is All-Star break-ish, yeah. The last day of the first half this year was July 14th, so good call. Anyway.
So again, a smaller piece of the game that people can take home. Lower price point, things of that nature.
This is from 2023. Tyler McGill started that opening day for the Mets, so maybe Mama McGill and Papa McGill might want to get a little...
Julie McGill.
There you go.
Julie McGill.
And what's that date?
And this one is from the 2023 season, so just generic.
Okay.
From 2023.
Okay. Back in the day, like when the Mets won in '69, the fans used to run on the field. There's
Yes.
a lot of footage of that.
Yes.
And there are some people out there still that have some dirt.
Listen, this is how this jar came about, right?
Yep.
It's been known that people want to take a piece of a stadium home with them, and there go
A little
dirt
grass,
jars.
a little dirt, a little chalk, a little foul line chalk.
The last game at Shea Stadium.
What'd you rip out of there? Incriminating
imagine.
yourself
There
on the
was-
podcast.
I was walking down the stairs and I noticed the railings because they were like painted over hundreds of times.
Yeah.
I noticed a chip of like the rubber paint.
You got paint chips?
Off. I took like a full this big paint chip that was like fully intact, and I took it home with the confetti from the ceremony. It
I'll
was pretty cool.
I'll bring you a cake with a file in it when you're behind bars for that.
Very nice.
That
Very
theft.
nice.
So now, before we end this, I do want to ask you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have some really random stuff that you guys sell. Wait, actually, no. I want to talk about one more thing because I didn't even notice this. I see a ticket,
which many people don't know are still a thing.
It's my biggest sadness is that we don't have physical paper tickets for every single game. Now
It's digital now, man.
Tell me about this PSA ticket you have.
Yeah, so that ticket is from Darryl Strawberry's number retirement game. We got a bunch of them printed. We got him to sign it, limited edition out of 18. And then we sent it over to PSA, which you guys are probably familiar with. They grade and nicely case everything. And it's available for sale. Only 18 of these.
Tell me what's the silliest, most random thing you guys have at the memorabilia store.
So listen, it's all about what the fans and the customers are willing to buy.
I've seen some fun stuff there. Like I've seen some jerseys. I've seen a Patrick Mazeika.
Yeah.
So I've seen a jersey foul once upon a time. In 2020, after Tom Seaver passed away, the Mets put a patch commemorating Tom Seaver on the sleeve. And there was a Mazeika jersey, and me being the kind of person I am, I went and I looked, and he didn't play in any games in 2020, so I cried jersey foul. But I saw he was in the dugout, he was on the roster, and his random jersey that he wore without actually taking the field in it was hanging in the Amazin Memorabilia store. So it's things like that a lot of Mets fans who really love the nitty-gritty, the fine details, the weirdness.
And I think that's what you hit on. Those fans that really know the team, know the sport, like getting a jersey from Mazeika may be funny to some, but to those Met collectors, it's everything.
But what's something silly we got here today?
So probably the silliest thing we have here today is a Citi Field cup holder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was.
So prior to this season,
lots of Coors and Bud Lights in there.
Pass my coffee.
Let's put it in.
Pass me my coffee, my white coffee cup right there. Yeah. My unbranded white coffee cup.
Smart man.
That could be some Dunkin'.
Yeah.
America runs.
So earlier this season, we took out a bunch of seats from Citi Field, and those cup holders, we authenticated them. You can see the sticker right on the front, and people buy it.
Every inch of real estate in this stadium has a story behind it.
This is cool.
And it's got value, and it's got meaning, and people come here, and they have memories to tell and share. Exactly. And that's what this is all about, is taking that home with you and having it forever.
Yeah. This is almost easier than holding a cup.
It's a nice ergonomic structure there.
I like that.
It's a good story to tell.
I like that I can and it feels like I'm holding like a sign. Maybe I can put a sign here too that says "Let's go Mets."
I think you just.
Speaking
of signs,
I think you're onto something.
Speaking of signs, he has a surprise for us today.
Oh yeah,
well, for you because I saw it already.
I got a pretty special surprise.
Okay.
That is very big from the 2024
season.
What
might it be?
So we have to handle this with extra care.
Extra care.
So
this is a scary situation. I mean, I've seen this thing break before.
Not this one.
No, I've seen a thing break before.
So this is the official OMG sign that was in the dugout after home runs and celebrations.
Wow.
You want to put it in your hands?
Yeah, please. I'd love to.
And wait, before we hand it all the way over, I do want to point out, so you know this is legit, it has the famous message you saw from JMac Customs on the back. It is right there. The handles that were added because it was breaking. This is the one that JMac brought to Pittsburgh, I believe.
That was the rush delivery?
He drove over and handed this to the guy. So, John, hold your OMG sign. Ryan,
this
thank
crazy.
you so much for giving us this.
Yes.
This is awesome. I mean, think about all the hands, all the happiness in the dugout after home runs were hit. And the coolest thing was the guys would hit homers, they'd high-five their way down the dugout, and then they'd go, especially here at Citi Field, to the end of the dugout by the photo well for that photo moment. That I was in there one time, and I almost got trampled by a rush of photographers that were just waiting to get that shot.
Do your
all
favorite
because of this thing.
Do your favorite
David Peterson.
The David Peterson. All right, I'm gonna
they have Sevy's complete game.
I'm gonna do my favorite. My favorite was pick me up, pick me up, pick me up.
Oh, Lindor. That was in Miami.
Do your favorite. Do you have a favorite?
I don't think I have a favorite. I just think the overall concept
do the Jeff.
of the team camaraderie.
Do the Jeff, the happy Jeff.
June 28th.
Date guy.
So this is now part of the Archives and Museum collection for the New York Mets. So hoping next year we put it on display in the museum and fans can come take a picture with it.
Same goes for this jersey right here, this Mark Vientos jersey?
Correct. So this Mark Vientos jersey that we have here is actually when he tied the franchise record for RBIs in a single postseason.
So that was
That's
Game
the
4 against the Dodgers,
Wow.
his solo home run against Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
And we have the one where he broke the record, but again, that's part of our archives and museum collection, which will be on display at some point.
Ryan, this stuff is also cool. I mean, the stuff that you're able to actually buy and bring home and get as that anchor present for the holidays. How does a fan go about getting that done in the next few weeks?
Yeah, so Amazin Memorabilia is open all year round. Game days, non-game days, all year round. So you can go to Mets.com/gameused and also email us directly at gameused@nymets.com. We also have auctions that end every single Sunday night at 8 p.m. Just visit Mets.com auction. We have some of our higher end items on there.
That's amazing.
Well, Ryan, thanks so much for joining us. You can follow us all on Twitter. I'm at Vito F. Calisi. John is at JMB9191. And this podcast is on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Meet at the Apple.
So I do want to end with a little special gift that I have for both of you.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I love gifts.
Courtesy of the Amazin Memorabilia Program.
Ooh.
It's holiday season, baby.
Holiday season. So these are all gifts, again, that fans can purchase online, over the phone for the holidays.
Wow, fancy box.
Pass one down.
John, I'm going to give you yours first.
Thank you, first of all, so much, Ryan.
Thank you,
I mean, I
Ryan.
don't know
Thanks
what's
for
in
having
here,
me.
but
All right. Well, how about on 3?
all right.
1, 2, 3. Let's see. Whoa.
So tell the people what you got.
All right.
Wow. Wait. Look at what. No way. I got the cup
himself
holder.
a cup holder.
Oh, my God. You saw how excited I was. How did you plan that?
It's perfect. I knew it. It's a very popular item.
Got another cup holder here.
Yeah.
All right,
Take it out, show the people.
So I've got a photo
There you
here. Wow, this is a special photo. So this is a team picture from the night of Game 4.
Correct.
Wednesday, October 9th, when the Mets defeated the Phillies. And it's got some game-used dirt. And Vito and I were lucky enough to be down there that night. We were producing some post-game interviews on the field with all the players. And this is a really, really cool piece. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I got a game-used base. That's pretty sick. And, a Keith Hernandez autographed 8x10.
That's awesome. I got a Darryl Strawberry 8x10, a David Wright 8x10.
You guys are making out like bandits, huh?
We got Edwin Diaz. Hey, you know what? How about I will trade you my Keith and my Edwin for the David Wright.
I don't know about that. Let me think.
Okay.
Let me think on that one. What do we have here?
Oh, I got more game-used dirt. Oh, you can buy like a disc of dirt, too.
Yeah, so that's a drink coaster with
wow.
game-used dirt from Citi Field.
Hey, if you put a little hole in that, you can make that a Christmas
There you
ornament.
go.
Got a signed ball here.
Mike Piazza.
Wow.
Whoa! I got a
that
signed ball, too.
Is that Keith?
Do you know who that is?
Well, no, that's not Keith.
You hear his voice a lot during games.
Was that Ron Darling?
That's Ron Darling.
Oh, wow.
He signed it Ronald Darling?
Yes, he does. One of the better signatures that we have.
That is a very nice signature.
Carlos Mendoza has a beautiful signature.
He does.
Got a Francisco Lindor Topps card here as well. Part of the jersey that you were talking
There
about.
we go.
Oh, I got an Edwin Diaz, and you can really see that City City Connect
That's
print
awesome.
in there.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow, Ryan, this is
Ryan,
amazing.
Thank you, man.
If I got
problem.
nothing
Thanks for
else
having
for
me.
the holidays, I would be a happy boy.
Perfect. That's great.
I
That's
got,
great to hear.
I got you this OMG sign.
That one's going to have to come back with me, but
Yeah.
everything else, yeah.
Well, dude, Ryan, thank you so much again. Ryan, tell everybody where they can get this stuff.
So game used at nymets.com or mets.com/gameused. Also weekly auctions every single Sunday night at 8 p.m. mets.com/auction.
Guys, you heard the man, Ryan.
Thank you,
so
guys.
much for everything. Check the stuff out, guys. It's the real deal.
So thanks for listening. You can follow us on Twitter at Vito F. Calisi, at JMB9191. We're available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And we'll see you guys next time at the Apple. Have a great Thanksgiving. All right, you saw us a second ago sitting down. Joanna Mingo from Consumer Products here at the Mets grabbed us, and you said you wanted to show us around this beautiful team store, right?
Yeah, I think we could go on a little bit of a shopping spree. We have an exciting week coming up. This week is going to be Blue Friday. So from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Blue Friday, the whole store is going to be 50% off. So perfect time to do some holiday shopping. So I was thinking that we could do a little bit of holiday shopping for you guys. I could show you some of my favorites.
Well, Vito and I, we were talking. I asked him what he was getting me for the holidays. He told me he didn't know. We got some other people to shop for as well. So
Okay,
we got a long holiday list here, and this is the place to get all your holiday gifts.
This place
right here.
is the place to do it because there is a lot of stuff in here that you're not going to find anywhere else.
Why don't we just get started? Why don't you show us around the store?
So we have a lot of jerseys here, comes in a lot of colors. We have our home pinstripe, our City Connect, our black alternate, and we have basically any player that you could think of that you want to buy a jersey for. If there is a player that we don't have stock that you want their jersey, you can get it customized over in our custom zone, and
Like
it'll
this?
be the same price as if we had it stocked on shelf.
We have all the jerseys here. Which one's your favorite? How would you rank them?
That is a tough question. This one right here, this really grew on me. I know there was an alteration made. We had the white trim. We got rid of the white trim, but maybe it was seeing all the home runs hit on Friday nights at Citi Field in 2024.
It'll do something to you.
When these things came out, the home runs were flying and Citi Field was an absolute party. So, I mean, obviously the City Connect is incredible. That's your favorite, isn't it?
This is my favorite.
Yeah.
This is the one that, we gifted this to our buddy Grimace.
Yeah.
And we still have that Grimace jersey here right now.
We do.
But that was a special one. And then, like Saturdays at Citi Field.
You're right. The new artwork, the creative, all the it was an event whenever
The Sevy complete game shutout.
the complete game shutout
was in this jersey.
JD's two homer game back in June was in that jersey. So a lot of great moments in all of them. I mean, you can't go wrong with the pinstripe, the classic, right?
No, I mean, but that's the default. It's like it's almost like that's like the automatic number one, and then you have to supplement it with these. Like you should definitely, if you don't own one of these, you need to get it.
Yeah.
And then just while you're here, you might as well get another one, right?
Here's the thing: the Mets got the best threads in the game. It's boring to have just one version of a home and away and no names on the back. That sucks. No one wants that. We want a plethora of options where the boys can pick each night, looking fresh on the diamond, hitting homers.
And
got the threads.
We are wearing stuff that you could buy at the store right now. We did pick these out. It's the holiday, so I got the sweater on. It's getting cold out. Do you want to show us some jackets?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's hit it.
One of my favorite things to wear during game days is a jacket. I think you can do so much with it, and I think this one's really fun because it is reversible and it has
What?
cool little embroidery on the inside as well. So you're really getting two jackets in one.
I genuinely didn't know that. I've been all over this jacket all year looking at it, and I did not know it was reversible. What?
Vito, is that what you want for the holidays from me?
I think if you want to buy me something, this is it.
All right. Well, I know you have this item. I just saw this. The On-Field City Connect jacket. You cannot go wrong with this thing. NYC on the back. This is what they wear in the dugout. So I'm gonna try this on.
John, I feel like we're being selfish now. I feel like we should start looking for our wives and our moms at this point.
All right. Got a baby. You got a little girl as well. So you guys got kitty stuff, right?
Great to know, yes, because we actually do have a lot of women's exclusive jackets here, exclusive to the stadium as well. So we can head over to those.
Let's go.
I was thinking that this bad boy right here is stadium exclusive. We're the only ones that have it. Would be perfect for your girlies for the holiday season.
A little bedazzle, a little sparkle.
A little sparkle moment, a little subtle sparkle.
This is good. You get this.
Very
You
nice.
get this for your lady. I'll look for one. I'll look for a different one for mine.
All right.
Got the 62 right there, repping Mets history. I
I
love the
mean,
sparkle.
we
I
have-
own this, so this is perfect to get me and my wife can match.
Exactly. You guys could
I can
be
see you guys as a matching jacket couple.
take cute
Yeah.
little holiday photos.
So I see baby stuff over there, and John, you have a little girl at home who's about to be 2 this June.
Not just two, but a diehard Met fan.
Okay, let's go. Show us some of that stuff.
So we have a very large selection of kids apparel as well. I mean, I think she can do a little matching pink moment.
This is fantastic, and this is a great size for her. I feel like this also she'll grow into this nicely. It's not too big, not
Exactly.
too small. Sophia, I'm
Exactly.
coming home with this for you.
Cute little set. Something else that we have is really cool for your Mets fan child. We have Mr. Met plush dolls in 2 sizes.
Wow.
So now that we got John's daughter covered, I got 2 nephews. They're 8 and 12. I need
All
to
right.
get stuff for them now because if I don't do it, I'm going to forget.
Are they
Oh my gosh.
Skibbity Rizzlers?
Who knows?
Are they big Mr. Met fans?
Yeah.
We
They're
got
devils,
some,
those kids.
We
Those
got
kids are
some
crazy.
T-shirts here. We can stock them up on T-shirts over here.
What are you doing over there?
Shopping.
How many hands do you have?
2. Well, actually, like 12 now.
We can have your nephews rep the misses as well.
I love Mrs. Met. Mrs. Met's my favorite.
I think you can just give them all of these.
Yeah, I'll take it.
This wall is one of my absolute favorite things in the store right now. It's so neat, organized, beautiful. Here, let's get one for you here.
And then the ones you
Got
have over
that.
here.
We have the
these are
authentic
ones,
collection
Yep,
that
the players wear these.
on field.
The thing is, you could always just buy gifts and then decide who they're going to after. Maybe they're for yourself. It could be for yourself.
I mean, you guys were showing off the OMG sign before.
Oh, look at that.
We have all of these OMG signs
Look at this.
exclusive to the stadium.
Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking.
There you go.
This is sick.
It looks beautiful.
I'm having such a good time. Now we got our wives. We didn't get anything for our moms. Is there anything over here we can get for our moms real quick?
For sure. So one of my favorite things from postseason this year was obviously all of the OMG, but all of the cool OMG merchandise that we got to make. And my favorite piece were these super cool unisex denim jackets.
Unisex?
Unisex.
So you could share that with your mom.
You could.
That's unique.
I'm going to get this for my mom.
There you go. So we have this one in the darker denim wash also, but super cute.
I love denim. I love denim.
I love the front because there's nothing on the front, so you can
here.
wear it out and about and then wear it to the game.
Don't drop my mom's jacket.
No, don't worry. I got it. I would never. Wow, look at that. Business in the front. OMG in the back.
Party in the back, baby.
Oh my God.
I've done more than enough shopping. John, you got a few things too. Why don't we check out?
All right, do you guys think that you have everything that you need?
I think so. My only question for you is what time on Blue Friday should fans get here to get
8 a.m.
look
baby.
like Vito? 8 a.m.
If you want to look like this man.
Vito, where'd that shoe come from?
Here.
I don't know. I started flying at one point.
We have these too. We have all of your Mets merchandise needs.
Hey, it's Ryan from before.
Oh, I recognize you.
Let's check you guys out.
Yeah,
There
man.
he
I think
is.
I go first. This is more of the express lane.
No.
We'll worry about him
10
after.
items and
I'm
under.
not getting stuck behind this guy out at the cash register. No way. No way.
Well, guys, get to the Mets team store Blue Friday, this Friday, 50% off, then all weekend, 35% off. This is your chance to do some holiday shopping. And you can get all this stuff I'm holding right here or everything John's holding right there.
Nice
and you can
pile.
listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And you can follow us on Twitter at Vito F. Khaleesi, at JMB9191,
Yes, sir.
and at Citi Field on Instagram to see exclusive deals at the Mets team store.
Joanna, Ryan, thank you guys so much for showing us
course.
around. We all got our matching OMG signs. Guys, check it
Anytime.
out. Blue Friday. Cheers.